Friday, June 5th, 2015. Chicago. On the 5th floor of the Bronzeville Senior Living Facility, I stand outside the smallest room in the world, doing my best to ignore the dropped ceiling and square linoleum tiles, stoking my claustrophobia. No windows, no air, no natural light, just stark white walls out of focus like cheesecloth over a camera lens. The old woman in the bed adds to my anxiety, as does the fact that I'm almost out of cash. But nothing will defeat me. Not this go-around. Not with the help of the old lady in the bed. Honoré Dalcour, my last great hope. The backpack digs into my shoulder. I check the time on my cell phone, 8 hours until my connecting flight to Paris. 6 hours, fewer if I take a shuttle back to O'Hare, to coax the 110-year-old woman in the bed, who could die at any second, or who could be dead now, into telling me a story to fix my life or more likely help me finish my film project. You see, I'm a graduate student chasing a doctorate in media studies. My documentary thesis focuses on the legendary black filmmaker Oscar Micheaux in 1925. The project, however, has a gaping hole, smack in the center. A hole I haven't thought about in over a year. Not since my sister, Azizi, was killed in a car crash with me behind the wheel. 15 months and a lot of tequila later, I need something normal to aspire to. Something ordinary and reasonable like finishing the damn film. God knows, something other than talking to my sister's ghost. A conversation that unquestionably doesn't constitute normal, ordinary, or reasonable. How long are you planning to stand in the doorway? A young woman in navy blue scrubs pushing a medicine cart stops next to me. If you want to talk to Miss Honoré, you should go inside. Her no-nonsense style makes me wonder. Does she sense my fear of small spaces, which annoys her? Or does she merely want me out of her way? Excuse me? My version of indignant is a pitch too high for a man with my usually deep baritone. She tilts her head and frowns. I said, if you have something to say, you should stand next to her bed. Then you're not some faceless stranger quizzing her from the other side of the room. I can tell she doesn't like me. She's looking at me as if I were a wad of gum on the bottom of her shoe. I'm giving her a few minutes to wake up, I explain. Blue Scrubs folds her arms over her stomach as her large brown eyes casually damn me to hell. This erases any hope of our having a future together. By the way, this is my vivid imagination at work. She's beautiful, and my age. Mid-20s, super short natural hair, dark skin, and those luminous brown eyes. The color of midnight and stars. Also, I'm a romantic. And if I were normal, I'd have her number by now. Blue Scrubs sighs impatiently. Don't ask her insipid questions about her secret to living such a long life. She hates that. I smile, but her contempt is soul-crushing. I promise I'm only here to ask her non-insipid questions. I have some photos from 1925, and if she remembers where they were taken or can confirm who was in the photos with her, it could make all the difference for my film project. Yeah, that is the reason you're here, or the reason I overheard you babbling about at the front desk. Her judgmental gaze skims over my perfectly groomed dreadlocks, my stylish but plain white tee, my faded jeans, and my expensive loafers. My shoulders tense. The examination feels too thorough. Can she tell I'm not wearing socks? You're from Hollywood. The sneer in her voice is buzzworthy. I wiggle my fingers. Come see, come sa. I'm more Los Angeles. Well, Santa Monica, to be precise, than Hollywood, I say in my defense. What tipped you off to my roots? I told you. I heard you at the front desk. Turning slightly, she peers into the room. At least you're not one of those obnoxious people from the networks who visit once a year to gawk at her. Once a year? Why? On her birthday, they come to see if she can still eat, talk, or hear. Blue Scrubs gestures with an angry flip of her wrist. I wince.